Hey everybody, hope you're doing good. Here's a quick video on strength training with a hammer. This is a common everyday tool that most of us have in our garage or sheds or barns, what have you, and it's a fantastic implement for developing real strength. So this is what's called a leverage lift, where you're levering the hammer back at you. You've got the weight on the end of the handle, and for every inch you get away from that weight, it amplifies it exponentially. So you want to keep the elbow locked and your arm pulled back into your shoulder and connected to your back ultimately. And you're just focusing on getting the movement at the wrist, where you're bringing it back down towards the shoulder and the hammer towards your head. You want to start really slow with these and just work with whatever's comfortable. Even a broom is great. You just start high up on the handle, close to the end of the weight, and then gradually move back to the end of the handle. So here I switch the leverage up. Rather than pressed out to the side, it's pressed out to the front of my body. Here's back out to the side. It's the same technique, but the shoulder position is a little bit different. So each repetition, I place my hand one hand width lower and work my way down to the end of the handle. But it's whatever you're comfortable with, whatever is doable. You don't want to overly exert yourself. It takes time to develop the tendons. They take twice as long as your muscles do. And this is one of the reasons a lot of bodybuilders and powerlifters get hurt, because their muscles overreach their tendons' abilities to safely contract. Here is a press similar to a push-up or a bench press. You're pressing out horizontally from the body. The elbow is locked at 90 degrees in the back position, and then it just slides forward. So even though the hammer's only 12 pounds in this video, getting it further away from the body every inch increases the weight and the difficulty. This is another exercise called the 360 or the 10 and 2, where you're going from one shoulder back to the next and reversing the movement. The hammer swings behind the body like the pendulum on a clock. Note the hand position. It's back behind the head. You want your elbows to be, so that's what you don't want to do, and that's kind of where you want to be, with the hands back below the head, below the neck, and then the hip movement is what propels the weight from side to side before you pull it over your shoulder, much like you would pull an opponent over your shoulder in say a judo throw or martial arts shoulder throw. You're pulling somebody over, you're pulling weight over your shoulder. It's the exact same thing. It's a tremendous shoulder and tricep exercise. So this is another variation. This is the 360, and all of the rotations go in the same direction. You can do it two-hand, you can do it one-hand, and the pattern, it's basically the same. You're losing the assistance of the second hand. But this will stretch your shoulders out, it'll strengthen your triceps, the connective tissue, and it's really easy to adjust the difficulty just by your hand placement on the handle. You want to make it easier, you go further up the handle, closer to the weight. You want to make it harder, you come out to the end. So here's another leverage lift. The weight placed behind the body. This hits your wrist completely different than the other, with the hammers extended out. And I'm just working on locking my hand at the top giving it a little hold. You can hold for time. You can press this for you can do this for reps. It's very similar to a deadlift, but the sensation is completely different. There you have it, guys. Some ideas to train with a hammer.